video training module on Objection Judo. This is one of my favorite topics related to selling because when you're facing objections from a client, it's one of two things: a chance to come off as more authentic, or a way to really drill down into the benefits and results that someone can get from using your product. The reality is that when people have objections or they're criticizing your product over the phone or email, typically those are some of your most qualified leads because they see this one or two things stopping them from using your product, and if you can address those directly, it's a great chance to win a new customer for your business. There's basically a couple ways of going about overcoming objections. And first, I'll cover a way that's suggested by Robert Cialdini. He was completing an audio interview with Rich Schefron a couple years ago, and Schefron asked him, what is the best way to gain the trust, quickly gain the trust of somebody who's skeptical about your product or service? And Cialdini said that one of the quickest ways is to actually look at your products and service, identify all the benefits and results you want to focus on, but first admit it's not right for everybody, or first admit that there is a flaw in your product. First admit that there is a chink in your armor, that your product is not going to be great for clients X, Y, and Z. If you admit the bad thing first, and everyone has something bad, there's a trade-off about every type of product. If you have really great service, then maybe you're not the lowest price in the industry. If you have the most features, there probably is still one or two features you don't have because it conflicts with another feature that is more popular. So you always want to, or lots of the time, you want to start out not on the right foot. You want to start out with one of your weakest points, and what that will do then, when followed by lots of benefits and results that are very focused on that customer you're really trying to target, they'll kind of ignore that first thing and just trust you more because of it, because you're being honest. Every product has trade-offs, good things, bad things about it, and if you're only saying the good things about it, how do they know that 60% of the results they get from your product will be bad, or that 60% or 90% will be good? They don't know. And so they're going to trust you a lot more if you admit that one or two things aren't perfect with it. This is something a little bit counterintuitive that people don't do often, but it's really important. Another tip related to Objection Judo is so when somebody is raising an objection, you take, the reason why it's called Objection Judo is you take the force of that objection and you actually use it to your advantage. So you can actually say, well, yes, actually, in some cases that is true, but actually we have done A, B, and C to address that. For example, if somebody is going to buy your software program and it's a CRM software program and you're selling this very high-end product, people might say, oh, well, doesn't it take forever to set up a new CRM system? That's going to slow down our business. We're not going to be able to move as quickly. We're going to waste a lot of time doing this. Why would I want to switch? You can say, well, actually, that's a great point. That is one of the worst parts about switching CRM systems, is getting used to it, getting your whole team to buy into the new system, dealing with the cost and time to set it up. But that's why we actually have our Quick Start program. It's free with every installation of our CRM software. You have an account representative assigned to your account. He will actually map over your accounts from your past CRM system to your new one. There is free training videos that you can watch, and he's available 10 hours a day over the phone. You can call him anytime and ask questions about how to integrate your data into your new CRM system, et cetera, et cetera. So you can go on for a long time about how you've addressed that issue. And the good thing is, you'll probably realize in your industry there are 3, 5, maybe 7 to 10, usually not more than that, but 7 to 10 objections that come up over and over and over again while raising capital for hedge funds and selling consulting services myself and selling training products. I've noticed in all those areas that people might have objections related to a benefit that they see the competitors offering, and they're not sure if you offer it. If your business was just started in the past 5 to 7 years, you might say, oh, well, this other person's been around for 20 years, so how does your product or service compare to theirs? And you'll get objections and kind of critical questions like that over and over and over again. Now, there's a few things you should do to address those very directly. On your website and your benefits page, those should be addressed as benefits. In your testimonials page, there should be testimonials and quotes from your clients that talk about those specific objections people bring up, and get rid of those questions. In your frequently asked questions page, you should have those questions obviously on there if it's a frequent question, and address them very thoroughly. And then with this objection judo tactic, what I would recommend is that you have a one-page cheat sheet of your top 7 or 10 objections and the exact 4 to 5 bullet points you're going to come back to them with that shows how powerful your product really is. For example, somebody might even say something like, we don't have time to use your type of software. We don't even have time to learn about the benefits because we're so busy. You might have a detailed response of, well, actually, you don't have time not to use our product because it's going to save you a lot of time. Our team is going to do the installation for you. Our team is going to do A, B, C. And you can explain to them how actually they're going to gain a lot of time by using your product. So to the average client or potential client you're working with, time may not be the critical factor. Maybe it's money, maybe it's budget. But if somebody's asking about time and about how it might be a waste of time to work with you, then you really want to drill into that. What are all the benefits related to time? You kind of use their objection to focus on their exact need, where they're going, the result they're looking for, and it can really make for a much more powerful sales presentation, much more powerful relationship with that client. Another tip I have is basically to, whenever you're facing an objection and actually trying to solve it, what you should do is end it with, please, if you have the time, see this page on our website. It talks about all the benefits of our product or the benefits really specific to their objection. Please see, frequently asked question number 7 in our detailed answer there. It actually links to a lot of the resources I just mentioned on our website. And then please also see, this page where you can actually join and register if you do think this would be a fit after speaking today. So it's always good to end your objection countering with not just a bunch of great things, but a couple action steps like, oh, now please do this, or please register for our free ebook, or download our white paper here, etc., etc. So that's really important, because even if you have a great comeback to an objection, it's very well polished and powerful, if they don't take action, it probably didn't do much for you. Maybe it increased the brand in their mind long term, but I think most of us want people to do something in the short to mid term to get more involved with your brand and take more action to working together with you and your team. So I hope these tips helped on Objection Judo. I hope you benefited a lot from them. Thank you for joining us. It's businesstraining.com, where you can earn master's level qualifications to help you make more money.